Welcome back, BraveHeart. So I'm in Toronto, okay? I'm at my brother Marcel's, Dr. Marcel Wolf. I'm at his house. I'll be here for 5 days. I'm doing some one-on-one professional trainings in Toronto. And then I'll be heading off to Barrie, Ontario, which is about an hour away. And in about 10 days, I'm going to be starting what's called the Whole Life Coach certification. And then my son, Dr. Sage Wolf, will be coming to do the Wolf non-surgical certification. And then we'll be doing the Women's Pelvic Restoration and Disease Masterclass, which is 3 days. So my course is 9 days. Dr. Sage Wolf, the non-surgical, is 12 days. And then we'll do the 3-day masterclass. From there, we'll be going to Calgary to do the same thing. And then from there, Australia. And then from there to Bonita, Florida. And we'll wrap it up around October. Okay, and that will be the wrap up of the world tour. And then we'll be opening up our 5-star clinic. And I do mean that. It will be a 5-star clinic in the way that we will not be treating or mistreating people. We will be training them to become what? Well, first of all, let's train them to become their own healers. From there, we'll train them to become their practitioners. And then guess what? We now have and have been certified as a university because we have actually 3 different doctorates that you can get from our university. If you want to know more information about that, you can go to bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. You are screwed. You're all screwed. You're screwed. And why are you screwed? Because you're not getting it. You don't get that the subconscious, okay, rules, okay, 95 to 98% of your day. And for the majority of the population, 98% of your day is ruled by your subconscious. And I told you, and I'll keep telling you, for the last 40 years, I've been preaching about this. And I mean preaching about this. I did my first Whole Life Coach course when I was 28 years old, and I'll be 67 here in a few weeks, okay? And the reality is this, you don't get it. Your subconscious, okay, all right, is everything, not your conscious mind. Oh yeah, your conscious mind's important. Without being in the conscious moment, how do you heal yourself? How do you change things? How do you change your personality? How do you get rid of the old you, which was never you, because you would never want to take on something that was going to create any disease within your body? Let me just say this. Do you know the answers? Do you know the answers to this? I need you to listen to this video over and over again until you get it. If you get this, you get to have everything. And I mean everything. Why? Let me ask you a question. Why is one man sad and another man happy? I mean it. Do not just take that as a statement. Why is one man sad and another man happy? You know what? Do you know how deep that is? That is profound. That's profound. And the difference between those two are images and also thoughts, and that's it. And one person, guess what happened? And actually, that person actually practiced, okay, what? Being happy. Hey, you know what? People that practice being happy are happy. People that practice being sad are sad. Why is one man joyous and prosperous and another man poor and miserable? And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, all right? When I was being raised, and I mean raised by my father, okay, all right? I wasn't being loved by my father because he didn't know how to love me because he was never taught how to love me. But my father always was poor, always about poverty. The way I was raised, I don't even know how I got out of that. You know, poverty consciousness was so big in me, you have no idea. When I ran the Wolf Clinic, there would be days we'd do sales, and this, you know what this was? This is 20 years ago. There'd be do sales of 5,000 to 25,000 tops, okay, in a day. But think about it. That was that long ago. And I'd go home and I'd pretend I didn't make any money. That's how poverty consciousness I was. So guess what I had to do? I got to work my ass off, work so hard and struggle because I didn't have, okay, I didn't have my own thoughts that guess what? I am rich. Okay, that I am abundant on all levels. So why is one man joyous and another one and prosperous and another poor and miserable? Because one runs a poor, miserable belief because they got it from their mother, their father, their brother, their sister. They all run it. I mean, did you ever notice something? that I know rich people and they are as dumb as a stump, but they have a rich belief, and guess what? They can't help but make money. And then I know how many people, how about 99 out of 100 that have poverty consciousness, and they can't afford to do my course, they can't afford to buy nutraceuticals, they can't afford to buy organic things, they can't afford to do anything, and they never will, because that's their belief. Why is one man fearful and anxious and another full of faith and confidence? Well, because one runs a faith program. One believes in themselves and also believes that there is a creator that loves and cares for that person, and that whatever you think, you're going to get. And the other person is just fearful because guess what? They've been given beliefs like, you're a little sinner. I mean, how many sinners do you know heal well? How many people you know that feel like a failure heal well? Failures, okay, are sucked out of their energy. Okay, sinners, okay, they're guilty. And when you're guilty, that takes a lot of energy. So don't think that that's coming back. So why does one man have a beautiful, luxurious home while another man lives out a meager existence in a slum? Because one has a slum belief and the other one has a luxurious belief that they deserve it. They see it. They smell it. They taste it. They talk about it. But no, guess what? The majority of the population goes, oh, look at that big person with that big house. They're so materialistic. Well, that would be someone that doesn't know how to imagine and create their own day. They can't even stay out of their own way. And you know what? I'm so tired of it. Okay, take your poverty consciousness and take it where the light doesn't shine, because the light doesn't shine there. And you know how many people would call me and go, I would love to take your course. Could you give it to me? I would love to take your course, but I don't have any money. I don't have this. I don't have that. It just keeps on going. Why is one man a great success and another an abject failure? Well, because guess what? Their main belief is that they're going to fail. When they were younger, somebody said, you're going to grow up to be a failure. And they said it to themselves enough and enough and enough that every time they do something, they know they're going to fail at it. And you get what you imagine. You get what you talk about. You get what you think about. And that's it. Let me tell you something. I could fail today so miserably, and I'll still have a smile on my face. And you could go, that's BS. I don't believe them. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I could lose it all today. My God, I hope you know this. 13 years ago, I was down to $2,200. And that's the truth. And if you don't believe me, you can ask my partner, Lori. And the reality is this. If you take a look at me, even just, let me see, 20 years ago, I was worth almost $3 million. Okay, so guess what? And the lesson was worth it. Because I know that I am my thoughts. I am the images that I have in my mind. And that's it. So why is one man a great success and another an abject failure? Well, I just told you. Why is one speaker outstanding and immensely popular and another mediocre and unpopular? Well, because that's what they believe they're always going to be. Why is one man a genius in his work or profession while the other man toils, all his life without doing or accomplishing anything? Because guess what? I don't care. You women out there, you men out there, you're a failure because your main belief is you're a failure. And that's it. When's the last time you took massive personal action and you started observing how you walk, talk, and live? You don't do that. You're unconscious about your subconscious beliefs, and you actually think that your subconscious beliefs are your personality. And the reality is if you don't change your personality, you don't change your reality. You know what? If you don't change your personality, you don't change your health. You don't change your wealth. You don't change the shape of your body. I just so have this. And it doesn't matter because I stand in the unconditional one law, one love for myself, and that I am going to hold the line. I will not allow myself to become negative or judge myself. It doesn't matter what kind of mistake I make. You heard what I said. If I had hurt someone and it was intentional, I'll apologize. And if I did not, I will not apologize. There are cases where I have people going, you really hurt me. And I'll go, listen, I apologize, but let's talk it over because I can't see where I did it. And understand, somebody like me, it's easy for a guy like me to piss 99.9% of the population off. Seriously, are you out of your skull? Why is one man healed of a so-called, okay, incurable disease and another isn't. Well, you don't know? You don't know? Well, first of all, there are no diseases. It's dis-ease. Okay, there are only symptoms of being out of alignment and out of harmony with yourself. And the reality is this, you will never hear of me being in the hospital sick of a disease. You're not even going to hear of me being in bed with a cold or a flu because I'm way bigger than that. And the reality is a cold and a flu is only based on toxins in and toxins out because a virus can't jump 6 feet, less 6 centimeters because virus in Greek means poison. And understand something, but guess what? The majority of the population never even took the time to look it up in a dictionary to find out it's not alive because guess what? They're not alive from the shoulders up because people don't think. They get programmed. So understand this. I am not going to be upset with the way the world is going, okay, and the way the world is going right now. You're never going to see me get upset because that's an is. You know, you all had the chance to stop being poverty. You all had the chance to stop having a dis-ease, meaning being not at ease with yourself because you're not yourself, for God's sakes. And that's the big thing right there. So why is one man healed of a so-called incurable disease and another isn't? Because there is no incurable diseases. Oh my God, there's a revolution, isn't it? Okay, and it's only incurable because you have incurable beliefs. And understand something. There are no genetic diseases. It's epigenetic, okay? It's the image, it's the thoughts that you have about yourself. I know, but it runs in my family. No, images and beliefs run in your family. Tell me that you don't act like mommy and daddy or the 5 people that mainly raised you, okay? You are the average of the 5 people that you were around most of your life. So take it or leave it. That's just the way it is. And let me ask you a question right now. Why is it so many good, kind, religious people suffer the tortures of the damned in their mind and their body? Well, because it's their beliefs. Because guess what? My God, my Creator, has never, ever hated me, never judged me. Because think about how small-minded we are when we actually think that there's certain rules that we have to follow. And if we don't follow those rules, we're going to hell. I mean, who could live with that? And then, depending on the family you live in, will decide on how long you should be in hell or send that person to judgment jail. Isn't it great that you judge yourself and you put yourself in judgment jail? Then you make yourself sick and then you get a dis-ease and then you say it runs in the family. But the reality is every personality creates different diseases. Take it or leave it. That's what it is. And I don't mind anybody coming on and challenge me. Just give me a call at 469-861-9454. Come on and challenge me. And we'll go live, the both of us, on a show. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's all BS. All of it is BS. See what happens when I don't do a one a day for 3 days? I build up and there he goes. Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Why is a woman happily married and her sister very unhappy and frustrated? Well, because one believes she's beautiful, one believes she deserves it, and the other one believes she isn't. Oh, I don't have a great personality. I'm not funny like my sister. I'm not pretty like my sister. I'm not entertaining like my sister. So you better get it, okay? That's the way it is. You could have anything you wanted, and all you had to do was actually, guess what? Know this. Your subconscious rules, schools, and also will fool you if you have those type of beliefs in it. Okay, let me just say this. Well, I want to ask you a question. This is really important. Now, why is it that those so-called psycho-elite, okay, all right, all the stuff they do, you know, you will say, or some people will say, God will get them, or they'll get theirs. Why don't they get theirs? And why is it that they don't have the health problems that you have, and you're such a big believer that, guess what? I will be healed by God. Jesus will save me. I'm not trying to run you down. But when somebody walks into my clinic or calls me up and goes, Dr. Wolf, can I get your help? And I'll go da-da-da-da-da, and they'll go, guess what, Dr. Wolf? What? You know, if it's meant to be, Jesus will heal me. And I'm just go, okay, all right, I'm opting out. I'm opting out of this one. I'm opting out, okay? Because if Jesus is going to heal you, what are you doing on the phone with me? And the reality is this. I believe in the power of Jesus, in the power of prayer, in the power of imagery, in the power of your words, in the power of your thoughts, in the power of your beliefs. But don't think that you're going to get me to believe in that BS. Okay? Nobody's coming to save you, and they never do. And understand, Christ is in us. Well, you know what? Christ, okay, now you're not going to like this, but Christ is in me. I was raised a born-again Christian, and I believe in Christ. But guess what? And you're not going to like this, but you could believe in the great donut king in the sky. And if you believe in that, and you believe that the great donut king is going to save you and protect you, then it's going to do just as much. And you know what? You're going to go, okay, that's it. I'm not dealing with this Dr. Wolf. He is such an idiot. I have been helping people, teaching them how they can heal themselves. And I've been doing it now for how long? Well, guess what? My 40th anniversary is coming up. 40 years of doing this. And understand this. I can tell when somebody walks in with their belief systems and their personality, what their reality is going to be. I can tell that how much money they're going to have to spend, and they're going to work so hard at it, and they're still going to fail. I can tell that they're not going to have to work too hard at it because they love and honor and respect themselves and believe that, guess what, they deserve to heal. How about this? How about if you believe that you're going to be healed by Christ or God, but you believe that you broke so many sins that you don't deserve to heal? Well, guess what? There's a big deal. You're going to have to spend a lot of money, honey, and you're going to have to spend a lot of time for that crime, and you'll never get it paid off. It'll depend on your belief systems, won't it? And understand something. So I know a lot of so-called psycho elite that are out there and harvesting human beings, and they're healthier than the people that I know that are telling me that they want to help people. And guess what? Can I say something right now? Jesus wants us to heal ourselves. Well, Jesus wants you to heal yourself. All right. And so does everyone else. We all want to be healed. We got to stop with this. Okay. Not with Jesus, but just stop with this. Okay. All right. We are on our own on this. Your personality, I don't care how much you believe in Jesus, and I believe in Jesus, but I don't care how much you believe in Jesus. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that you're worthy, Jesus is not going to heal you. So let's just stop this nonsense. It's nonsense. So I'm not telling you I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I didn't say that. I'm trying to tell you, I know a lot of people that believe in Jesus Christ. They breathe Jesus Christ. They talk about it 24/7, and they can't even get off the couch. They're in wheelchairs. They've got cancer. They've got diabetes. They've got 3 different diseases that are taking them down. So don't give me this anymore. You can keep that, okay? Keep it. Okay, I'm going to take massive personal action. I'm going to have unconditional love for myself. And also, I will believe in Jesus Christ. I was raised by Jesus Christ, but I also believe in a lot of other people that have come here and have done great works on this planet. Understand, I welcome every religion, every human being into my clinic. My belief systems, okay, are my personal, but the reality is this. Is you need to understand that your belief systems mean everything, okay? All right? They mean everything. And that's it. Okay? Now let's just stop this. I say you believe in whatever you want. You believe in whatever savior you want. But you need to take massive personal action, and you need to look at your personality, because I don't care what savior you believe in. If your personality doesn't change, your reality doesn't change, and you can have the whole church praying for you, and it will go away just to come back. Because understand, until your personality changes, your reality doesn't change, and you better get that. We are electromagnetic, vibrational, light energy beings, and understand something. What we the images we have, the way we think, the way we drink, the way we eat, okay, it means everything. I just got off the phone with somebody that I work with, and I just said, you know what? Okay, I get it. Your family's exploding right now. But the reality is this. You don't get it. Your family's exploding, your life is exploding because you're refusing to change your personality. If you don't want, how many people here believe that your personality is your personality? If you do, then you have not a clue on what's going on. Your personality is not your personality. It's a mixture of mommy and daddy or whoever raised you, the school you went to, the church you went to, and understand something. I love a lot of things that I was taught, and I got rid of, okay, I got rid of 80 to 90% of all the beliefs that my parents gave me. I love my parents. They did their best. But if I want better for my children or for my grandchildren, then I better be changing 1% every day. If I am a spirit, then I have unlimited possibility, but I do not have unlimited possibility unless I'm willing to change my personality. And you know what? These aren't tricks. And you better understand something right now. So guess what? And I'm really done with this one. This is planet Earth, everyone. And we are on our 6th extinction right now. Extinction doesn't mean that everybody in the world is going to pass on. But I want you to understand something. Anybody out there that looks like they're anywhere from 3 to 6 months pregnant, male or female, and they're not pregnant, they're on their way out. So do you know what the population is? That's 80% of the population. Their immune system has fallen down and out. And that's their core, that's their abdomen. And they're leaving. Okay, and why are they leaving? Because there's so much blue light poisoning, there's so much 5G, they're putting in a lot more heavy metals into the foods, a lot more GMOs, okay, they're messing around with the foods a lot more, and when you're unconscious, it's easy to poison you, okay, easy to poison you. Even when I go to the health food store and I go to pick out the things that I love that are organic, I have to make sure that I always check the back. Why? Because anything that becomes popular, okay, will be bought up by the tobacco corporations that own all the food corporations, and they will put their poisons in there. And that's the God's truth. Listen to me. I have a course called Whole Life Coach Certification, and I'll tell you something. I don't know how you're going to make it. You either come to my course or you go find a course that's similar to that, where somebody's going to crack your coconut open and they're going to get you to understand that you are not your personality unless you are the healer, okay? Unless you are the genius that you've been searching for. If you're not the genius you've been searching for, if you're not the healer you've been searching for, if you're not the doctor you've been searching for, if you're not the lover you've been searching for, then you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm saying this in the most loving way, so you do whatever you want. But I will tell you that every time I come on here, I put myself on the line for people to just go after me and attack me. But the reality is that this planet will never stop poisoning itself. The majority of the population will never stop poisoning themselves or their children. You need to get that. And I'm going to keep on talking like I'm talking. And that's it. I'm not going to change because I'm for the children. And if I don't stir it up, if I don't piss a few adults off, you know, I'm going to wake up a few, piss a few off. Well, I'm going to piss off a lot more than I wake up, that's for sure. Because the reality is, if you can't be conscious enough to even take a look at your own personality, that creates all your pain and all your suffering, all your swelling, and it creates your so-called financial wealth or unwealth. Okay, you need to get that. Poverty thinking is the killer. And guess what? And you think that you're thinking. You're not. The subconscious is the most powerful thing, and it creates everything that you see. It creates the wars. It creates all the diseases. It does. It does. No matter how much these psychos, because these so-called psychos, okay, that are poisoning the planet, just think about it. 80 billion? There's almost 80 billion of us. There might be about 250,000 of them. And we can't get our act together and change our personality enough to just make better choices. Stop buying bottled water. Stop buying all the refined and processed fake food. Okay, we got fake love. We got fake food. Okay, understand something. And we have a fake personality. Because until you unconditionally love yourself, and you don't even have to forgive yourself anymore. Let me ask you a question. How much damage do you think somebody who unconditionally loves themselves is going to do? What do you think they're going to do to other people? Well, absolutely nothing. But they'll piss off a lot of people. Because guess what? Unconditional love, are you crazy? I mean, you get almost anybody that is religious. They would never unconditionally love themselves. If they did that, they'd definitely go straight to hell, because they have to punish themselves for whatever rules these fools are making up, okay, that you're just not good enough. Well, I am good enough. I don't need anybody to tell me whether I'm good enough or not good enough. I am good enough. And the reality is right now there'll be people on here that are very religious going, he's going to get his. Yes, I am. Oh my God, I am so scared right now. And wouldn't you love it if I got mine? And then you're the religious one, and you're going to go, he's going to get his. He's going to burn in hell. And I bet that would make you happy if I actually went to hell. And then there is no hell, because hell is right here. Hell is here. Okay, hell is in the subconscious. Heaven is in the subconscious. And if you want to get rid of hell, then you're going to have to take a personality reality check. That means you're going to actually have to spend some money, and you're going to have to go to somebody where they can crack the coconut open so that you can take a look at what you're made out of and find out that, guess what? You are not your personality. Let me tell you this. No matter what goes on in the world, you should be able to mind your own business. Whatever goes on in the world, okay, you should be able to have the best day of your life, because you suffering for this world is doing nothing for it except pulling the vibration down. So you go ahead, you suffer as much as you want for your family, for yourself, for the world. Complain about what you don't like, explain about what you don't like, and then guess what? You're not going to like your life at all, and I am definitely not coming over to visit you. And that's that. We are not hanging out together. You need to know that, okay? And understand this. There's an inner standing, okay? You need to go inside and rise, and that's it. And know that you are beautiful. You are the genius. You are the doctor. You are the practitioner. You are the lover that you've been seeking. And everybody's going, the lover you've been seeking. Let me tell you something. Isn't it great how they have rewrote the story and have made us fight amongst each other to go fight their wars, okay? And guess what? Oh my God, and then complain, because guess what? More taxes are coming your way. You know, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not trying to promote this, but I'm trying to promote abundance. And that's what BraveHeart Nation is. That's what BraveHeartNation.com, it's all about abundance. You know, I just went over to Puerto Rico, and now we are a verified, certified, ready for this? And people won't like this either, university. We can give a degree away, a doctorate on biophysics. We can give a doctorate on indigenous medicine. We can give one on natural medicine. And understand, we're going to be creating real doctors and real practitioners. You heard what I said, and I'm going to say it. Real doctors and real practitioners. Because real doctors and real practitioners actually teach people how to look after themselves and care for themselves. And with real doctors and real teachers, okay, they're actually going to believe that food makes a difference, and that loving ourselves makes a difference. Unconditionally loving ourselves. Get to the point that you never have to forgive yourself again, but you observe and you learn. You no longer burn, because hell is in here. Heaven is in here. Isn't it amazing? In the 6 inch here, 6 inches and about 8 inches, 6 inches by 8 inches is going to control your whole life. Okay? And all you had to do is crack the coconut open, spend some money to learn how to go in and eliminate fear. Okay, to bring that courage and faith in and have that your belief system instead of fearing things. I will not hang around with people that fear anything. You heard what I said. And I don't hang around with people that do stupid things like jump off of cliffs. I'm talking about people that mind their own business, and no matter what goes on in the world, you are going to create the most beautiful day, the most beautiful moment for yourself, because you know that if you can be in the present moment, you can own it. That's the only place you can heal. That's the only place you can change your personality. And that means that you'd have to really be selfish. Oh, wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't want to be too selfish that I actually change my personality, to change my reality, to stop abusing my family and myself and my loved ones and my friends, and actually be a light for the world. Wouldn't want to do that, no. Okay, I'm done with all this other stuff. Just know it. I'm all done with it now. Okay? I'm done with it. It's either high vibes or nothing. Okay, it's no matter what they decide to do, because they're coming after us one more time, like really hard. Okay, but it won't matter. I'm going to be building. You know what? During the whole COVID thing for 3 years, I'm probably about 20 times bigger than I was before. And the reality is this is either going to give you courage and faith, and it's going to make you grow, okay, or it's going to make you more fearful. And you will give it all up. You will give it all up for fear. Because guess what? They're going to give it to you up the rear. And that's what's happening, my dear. And that'll never happen to me. And this is what we're going to teach. And we're going to keep on teaching it. So let me just ask you a question. Okay? Do you have poverty consciousness? Or do you have abundance consciousness? Okay? Do you believe that the body can heal itself? Or let me ask you a question. Did you go and buy medical insurance because you know that you're just going to have disease? I've never bought medical insurance in my life up until 2 years ago, and I had to do it. You know why? I had to do it because we've gotten so big. And then when I went for medical insurance, I was, let me see, I'm going to be 67. So I was 65 years old, and they said that I have the health of a healthy 40-year-old. Okay, so understand that. My father, he passed away with leukemia, okay, after having it 3 times. We got rid of it twice, and it came back the 3rd time. And do you know why it came back? Why he got it 3 times? Because he was unwilling to change his personality. His leukemia was his personality. My mother died of lung and tongue cancer. That was her personality. I love my parents. My parents did the best for me. But I'm going to tell you something. They had no strategy except my father was unworthy, my mother was unworthy, and they felt they didn't deserve anything. So that is the problem. And I deserve everything. I don't want everything. I want to become everything to myself. And I am going to love, honor, protect, and respect myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because how could I teach that to my children? I've got 4 children. I've got grandchildren. I've got people that look up to me. And I'm going to hold the line. I can hold the line now no matter what goes on or who threatens me. Let me tell you something. I'm in Toronto here. And CBC in Toronto, you ever hear of Marketplace? They spent like almost $250,000 trying to destroy me, trying to say that I go around killing people, taking their money. Yeah, we'll find out who takes whose money. You know what? Just think about this, guys. You know, wake up, okay? Wake up today and be in the present moment and just love yourself, heal yourself, feel yourself. Don't think anymore. Feel your way through. Is this what I want to feel like? Is this the type of reaction I should have? Because you react and you attack. And you don't just react and attack yourself. You react and attack your family. Let me tell you something. You're dangerous. You're dangerous. Let me see the next time that somebody who irritates you, okay, somebody that irritates you and you just go off the handle. Let me see if you can connect to your breath. Take 3 breaths in and out, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out, a slight smile, chin up and just breathe and let go and do not attack them. Let me tell you something right now. A minimum of 30% of the population is going to be gone in North America and in Europe, okay, by 2030. So we don't have that long for you to tell me how wrong I am, okay? We don't have that long for you to tell me how wrong I am. And understand something, I know these psychos, they work for an evil entity. They're poisoning all kinds of things, but it's not bothering me. I'll be 67. Okay, and I'm living in heaven, and I'm not even there yet because I am that. And understand something right now. You believe in what you want, but don't you dare let anybody scare you anymore. Don't you be fearful of anything. That's when your life is going to change. Okay, and understand you're only sick because you're fearful. And you know what? Whether you got asthma, whether you got arthritis, whether you got stage 4 inflammation, which is just cancer, and you can get rid of that. If you can get rid of this in here, get rid of the belief systems that caused it. Every disease, right from a pimple to a tumor, is caused because of your personality, and it's not your personality. And you better get that. So mind your business. Watch out what you're reading. Watch out what you're watching. Watch out who you hang around with. And I don't care if they're family, if they're toxic, you stop it. Okay? God's still protecting us. Really, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. She says, Nicole says, God is still protecting us. Let me tell you something right now, Nicole. That which you call God, you don't even know what God is. Okay, Nicole, I want you to draw a picture of God, and then I want you to send it to me to my phone, 469-861-9454. You don't have a clue. Either does the priest, either does the reverend, even does the pastor, either does the yogi. Nobody knows what God looks like. Okay, God is a high vibrational frequency that is beyond anything we can imagine. And if you think that which created the whole universe is sitting there judging someone, whether they're playing with themselves and they're only 12 years old, or whether they're stealing something, or whether they're poisoning somebody, or they're hurting a young child, God is not getting involved. We need to get involved. We need to take massive personal action. Don't you give me that God is still protecting us. God gave us our spirit. Feed your spirit, heal your body. Feed your spirit, rise up, become a BraveHeart, and roar. And that's it. I don't want to hear about this anymore. Do I believe in God? Yes. But I don't know what God looks like. Never will until I leave this planet. And the reality is that which is God has never judged me. You have judged me. You have judged me. You have judged me. But God has never judged me. That was made up. That is made up. And I'm not doing this. If you don't like it, don't come on my platform anymore. I do not want to offend anyone. But you need to understand something. I am not buying into it just because the majority of the population believes in something doesn't make it true. And just because I could be the only guy believing in this, well then guess what? I'll be the only guy on my platform then, and that's fine with me. Because I am not going to fall for believing in a God that is judging me and still judging me. My father was a born-again pastor, Christian pastor, and I never knew what it was going to take, and he couldn't tell me what it was going to take for me to get out of hell. Well, right now, you're not going to put me there. You're not going to put me there, and nobody's ever going to put me there again. Okay, he will on Judgment Day. Okay, God's going to get me on Judgment Day? Well, good. Okay, because guess what? When I go, Gypsy Soul, when I go there, okay, it wasn't Gypsy Soul. Who was it? Okay, whoever it was. One gem. When I do pass from this planet, okay, guess what? I was the guy who stood up and spoke up. I wasn't the guy who wore the mask or cowered. I was the guy who told everyone they deserve unconditional love. And if I go to hell because I told someone that they deserve unconditional love, and guess what? 1 minute God loves us completely. Next minute, he's judging us. You guys need to make up your mind. As far as I'm concerned, God needs a straitjacket and Prozac, okay, to calm him down, okay? Let me tell you something right now. Do not come on my platform anymore. Do not. And guess what? If I was so into money and power, I would come on here and tell any story that the majority and just kiss everybody's bum, okay? I'm not going to do it because I want all the children out there and all the teenagers to know that God is only unconditional love, one law. I do not want any of the children coming up and being raised and any teenagers that are raised. As far as the adults go, I don't think I can help you. You don't even want my help. And guess what? You do know that's why they call it adulteration, don't you? You do know that, don't you? Adulteration? Yeah, there's a reason why it's called that. And I'm going to tell you, every little child, every teenager, every young person that I can touch and let them know that God only loves and cares for them, I am going to tell them. I am going to tell them. And guess what? I'm going to tell them too that you're living on a world where all the adults are adulterated and they hurt themselves, okay? They hurt each other. They go to war and they kill their brothers and sisters, okay? And guess what? I am really tired of hearing, I'm just doing my job, right? Okay? Jesus stood up for the world on the cross. No, okay, here we go. I gotta go. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Jesus was murdered. because Jesus believed in unconditional love. That's it. That's all I want to say. And I'm not going to get into this religion thing again. I'm just going to tell you that if you go in and change your mind and change it from being a land mind, okay, you will find your way. And it's called the BraveHeart way. And understand this. Do you know how many people have beliefs that they believe that they don't deserve to be healed? So what's going to happen? What's going to happen with those people? Let me tell you something right now. Everybody here that had a problem with today's one a day, you should just get off this platform. Okay, with all the love in the world, please get off, because I will just end up terrorizing you, and I don't want to do that. You need to go and be with your people, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means, because everybody is my people. It doesn't matter what religion, what color, what language, what you believe in. You don't have to believe in anything that I believe in, but at least let's give the children a chance. Let's tell them that they have unconditional love, and let's keep it there. Let's tell them that they are beautiful. And every time that they make a mistake, we sit down lovingly and we explain to them, why did you do it? How can I make it better for you? Why are you angry? Why are you sad? Why are you mad? Why did you do what you did? It's the same thing with everybody that's put into prisons. You know, this is not a planet of justice. It's a planet of judgment, and I'm not buying into it. If you want judgment, you go get it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Do yourself a favor and hop off this platform, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. I've only begun to roar, and I'm going to roar for all the children, for all the teenagers, where the adults did not stand up for them during COVID. There are so many kids that are screwed up right now because we deserted them. Unconditional love. That's what I stand for. Everybody have a beautiful day. I'll be back on again, and I don't know when, but I know that I have a master training with all my practitioners, but I will tell you this much, okay? So now I'm really dangerous. We have BHN University, which is BraveHeartNation.com, and I'm going to be moving forward, and I am going to be teaching the world about unconditional love, and that's that. And you can do whatever you want to do. But I know one thing. I'm going to change my personality 1% every day. I'm going to become more high vibrational. I'm going to let myself off the hook for more things. I'm going to get rid of things that have been a chokehold on me. And I'm going to teach everyone to get rid of those chokeholds. I'm going to let everybody know that they are loved no matter what they've done. Okay, or what they, you know, let's put it this way. Try to see if you can leave people alone. Unless you're going to bless them, unless you're going to give them a smile, unless you're going to give them a compliment, unless you're going to show them that you care, try not to terrorize them. God bless everyone.